In my opinion, Starlight Glimmer in this episode is just basically a neutral pony who still doesn't know a lot about friendship, but she really thinks that she does by not hanging out with anyone. Sure, she hanging out with Trixie in this season, but at the same time, this is completely different since things get really tedious for Starlight Glimmer in this. Twilight Sparkle wants Starlight Glimmer to do friendship lessons with her friends, since that Starlight Glimmer only did one friendship lesson, and that's getting Trixie as a friend. And before they made this agreement, they were doing spells, and apparently Starlight Glimmer's spells is way more superior than Twilight Sparkle. Yeah, I think that Starlight Glimmer is more powerful than Twilight Sparkle, but that's a different story. And because of the spells that she did, she really thinks that she can handle everything by using the spell on Twilight's friends. Yeah. She really thinks that she doesn't need to do any friendship lessons at all, and she thinks that spells is the answer to everything. You know, I would easily agree with her, but at the same time, it's still a bad idea. Because when she does her spell on the other ponies, it kinda worked, but later on, it gets even more complicated. Starlight Glimmer told the other characters to do the friendship lessons. However, it didn't turn out well. Fluttershy, the animals were just getting out of control. Pinkie Pie, she was making way too many pies. And Rainbow Dash started a storm. All because there was a fire in the kitchen. Yeah, this is a really bad idea. And to be honest, all Starlight Glimmer needed to do after everything is to apologize her friends. And also never do spells on them ever again. Quote from Rainbow Dash. This is one of the only times where we get to see Starlight Glimmer interact with the other characters. Well, I say only is because this is a really serious episode where Starlight Glimmer needs to fit in. And even though that this is pretty much the season where Starlight Glimmer actually has some kind of a focus, especially the season 6 finale, I still think that this development just really proves how much she's completely different from anyone. Since she spent most of her time in her village, and then after the season 5 premiere, I have no idea what she's been doing. Maybe she was just hiding or running around, but anyways, but during that time, she didn't know anything about friendship whatsoever, and all she cared about is how terrible Cutie Marks was. So, season 6 is just basically a different direction what Starlight is going through. And just looking at everything that she caused in this episode really shows. And that's what I really like about this episode. Starlight Glimmer is doing something different, while the others, if they're in Starlight's footsteps in this episode, they will probably do the right thing. Now, season 6 isn't a really good season. It's really weak for what it is. It's not terrible. It's just one of the least best seasons of the entire show. Mostly because of the poor decisions that they made. In this episode, they want to show Starlight is completely different from everyone else. So, doing an episode involving her and doing spells on her friends is a very interesting idea, considering that she never did any of this kind of stuff before. Unlike Sunset Shimmer, who completely gave up on friendship lessons, this character didn't do any of that kind of stuff. In fact, friendship lessons wasn't even a thing to her in her past. So, I kind of really love this episode for the development of Starlight Glimmer. It's a very interesting idea to see that the writers are just doing something different with Starlight Glimmer in season 6. I really like most of the humor in this episode, mainly from Pinkie Pie due to the spell getting way worse for everyone. I give this episode a 7 out of 10. Season 6, not as the best season, but it still has some underrated episodes, and this is one of them.